I am the internet, and I like it when KSSU is on me.
And there we go. Hey, look at those.
Are we on?
That's way too loud.
Whoa.
I might too. Hey guys, welcome.
Still peeking.
Yeah, you're fine.
All right.
That's good or bad.
We're adjusting the new,
Yeah, we have a whole new setup here.
what's it called? Dashboard thing?
That is
Soundboard.
We call that the soundboard. Yeah.
Soundboard,
Well,
yes.
we look good. Yeah, we can look good.
Finally, after 2 weeks of complaining that we had to share one mic and not being able to hear ourselves and thinking the music was too quiet, we finally have 2 mics again.
We've got it. Tex is not by me, and I'm not by him.
All right.
Tex is standing up.
You're
I'm
welcome.
sitting down. It's reversal. God.
He's sitting in the squeaky chair.
Can we trade?
If you want this chair, you can have this
All right,
chair.
we'll do that. We'll do that later.
This is the Matt and Tex Show on KSSU.com.
I'm Matt.
I'm Tex. You got to go first. See,
I'm sorry.
I did the intro, but I can't say I'm Tex, I'm Matt, because it goes back.
You're actually doing work finally.
You're welcome.
Finally doing work.
Finally. I mean, all this paper, 10 pages I have in front of me, not working.
Today, of course, is Valentine's
Valentine's
Day.
Day.
Not Valentine's, like Tex says.
Did I
with
say
an M.
times again?
Nah. You just... Yeah.
Oh, to celebrate, I'm wearing a pink tie.
He's wearing a pink tie, a black vest, a white shirt, black pants, and black shiny shoes.
And black socks.
And heels. I see you have heels on.
These aren't heels.
Those aren't heels. Anyways,
To
today on the
celebrate,
show...
Matt has his hair flipped up.
My hair's always flipped backwards.
That's right. I always say go back to bowl cut.
That's not happening. Maybe.
Maybe.
People didn't like that look.
They didn't?
People didn't like that look. I promise you. I always show people my ID because my ID is still that picture.
That's right.
Nobody likes it.
Pretty funny. Maybe that's why I like, because it's just funny.
You just like weird things. Anyways, today on the show we'll be talking not really about Valentine's Day.
Although you said your songs are somewhat Valentine's
But we
themed.
will play. We'll play some Valentine's songs. Mostly just love, happy songs. One request in there. Today also marks the day before our 1-year show. So last year on February 15th, we had our first ever broadcasted show, which was awful.
Oh, yeah.
We were so uncomfortable. Tex didn't talk.
I didn't speak at all.
Tex
Now
didn't
I
talk
speak
at
all
all.
the time.
Now he talks way too much.
And over Matt sometimes.
He has his own story. He used to have his own song of the week. We've grown a lot. We've grown a lot in 1 year.
All right. What day before 1 year? 112 likes.
Day before 1 year, we finally
Can we get that to 120 by tomorrow, maybe?
112 come to 120. Let's get some more likes in there. Actually, we just got one today.
Did we now?
Is that saying 112?
There are 3 people talking about this. It says
I
check
don't know
on
what
Facebook.
that means, but they're talking about it. One that's probably just
Maybe
me.
just
I think it's
maybe-
me because I type in when I do my posts. I put at Matt and Tex Show, so it links up to that.
But wouldn't it not count? Well, maybe.
I don't know
Maybe
if they
it's
can tell
all
that. I'm
you.
the administrator.
It links to our page, your page, and our Twitter. That's 3 people.
It might be.
It's just you.
And you're also you don't do anything on it, but still, it actually might be. That's very true. Anyways, we'll go to this first song. Song for you,
For me?
Tex. By
All right, what is it called?
Alexi Murdoch was the name of that guy. Anyways, enjoy that, and we'll come back and talk about fun stuff.
All right. All right. That was Song for You by who?
Alexi Murdoch.
There you go.
Good job, there, Tex.
I remember the song, not the name. I think
That's
the
not
artist.
what I want. Oh my God, what's going on here?
Come on, Matt. What are you doing? Trying to run a show here.
It'll win all cattywampus. Hold on.
Maybe you have it on shuffle.
It is. What the hell?
Oh no.
Got it. Foof. Save that day. Anyways,
So
back Matt and Tex Show.
live on KSSU.
Today I had to carpool Tex because Tex is lazy.
Very.
I have to wake up many hours earlier to drive Tex here. For one reason, because he also doesn't have a car
Truck.
at this point. Truck. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend your vehicle. Anyway, so Tex was
Yeah, on Friday, I think it was? Yes.
Friday.
No. I honestly don't remember when.
I don't either. I wasn't.
We'll
there.
say it was on Friday because I don't remember the day.
So yes, last week on Friday.
Yes, on the way home. On my way home, I was driving, and my truck's needed a tune-up and oil change a bunch. It's needed a bunch of just tune-up stuff, and I said, hey, how about we take it this weekend? Because somebody's got to take you so you can drive back. My dad's like, no, I don't feel like going this weekend. I'm like, okay, fine, we'll do it next weekend.
I'll tune your car up.
Okay. It's already in the shop, man. It's already been taken care of.
Dang it.
And so he didn't want to take me that day. So I was like, okay, fine. So that week, my truck happens to break down right in the middle of Watt. We're on Watt, which is if you don't know, a very busy street.
What?
I don't know.
Where were you at? What was by you? What fast food
I think
place
it was
by you?
There you go. No, it was in front of the what's not Arden Mall, but I always forget the name of this mall. The Sunrise? No, I forgot.
Sunrise is not on what?
Not see, I don't know.
What mall is
Country
off?
Club Plaza.
That is not close to Sunrise.
I confused the two names.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
I
Country
got
Club
you.
Plaza. That's right.
So where that bowling alley is? That's a distance down.
Yeah.
Early in the morning?
No, this was after. Well, yes, technically early in the morning, but it was after my school day ended at 11 o'clock. Traffic was relatively light for being on Watt, so I was lucky there. I broke down. What happened is I drive stick, and my clutch stuck all the way up, so it wouldn't come back. And I mean, I was right about ready to go, so luckily it wasn't in the middle of an intersection.
But so you were just dead stopped.
Yes.
Okay, so people were honking. Right.
No, nobody was honking because it was at a red light anyway.
Uh-huh.
So we were stopped for a little bit, but eventually I was like, "Crap, it's not going."
You push it?
I'm in the middle of the road. I'll get to that.
Oh,
Get
I'm
ahead of me.
excited.
So I turned my hazard lights on, and I'm like, okay, what should I do? I don't know. Like, I've never been in this situation. Do I call the police or something? Well, not the police, but some.
You call the cops, I call the cops. That's my emergency. Dwight quote, sorry.
Yeah, do I? And that's not what it said.
But he said ambulance, but you
Yeah.
that's not an emergency. No need to call
You're
the
right.
cops.
So I was like, what do I do? Hazard lights first thing.
Yeah,
And then
good answer.
I was looking, everybody behind me. It's like, okay, you're stuck. They went around me. Luckily, and I didn't see it, a fire truck came by. It was behind me.
Oh, yeah?
Not directly behind me, but coming up. And so they stopped, turned on their lights, and then made sure they were safe to get out. They got out. The guy who was driving came up, hey, what's wrong? And I'm like, my clutch got stuck in the middle of the street. And he's like, okay, well, and just so happens since I broke down to where the entrance to the parking lot was. So all I had to do was turn it. They pushed me in there. And then when we got in there, I parked it. He's like, pop the hood. And he tells me it's the hydraulic. I don't know much about cars, but a hydraulic system. The fluid wasn't giving the clutch back to me. And I'm like, okay. So I called AAA.
Right.
I called
Which you
AAA,
have.
which is my insurance provider.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens that
I don't know.
the card that I have, because they give us a card, the coverage on the thing expired that week as well.
What?
Because I called the lady. I'm like, I need towing service. It's like, okay, sir, it looks like your coverage has expired, and you're going to need to renew that, because they're bored. They don't show much enthusiasm for their job. And I'm like, oh crap. So basically, it wasn't covered. I could have to pay if I didn't renew it. Luckily, I got it renewed. Called the tow truck and just sat there for, I don't know, I was there for about a half hour, maybe 40 minutes when tow truck came. And he said the same thing the fire engine guy did, that it was fluid wasn't giving the clutch back. We took it to where I usually take it, our usual mechanic.
Which is where?
I don't know, further down Watt.
That's a good tow.
You're welcome.
What?
Yeah, closer to my house, further down Watt.
Okay.
They said the same thing. Turns out it wasn't that, and it's going to cost $500 now for them just to explore and look at it.
$500?
To figure out what it is.
I could have fixed that for you for free.
Like I said, my truck was broken enough. Thank you.
Oh, ouchie, ouchie, ouchie.
So now I'm just waiting to get my truck back, and I have to drive my dad's
Man,
car.
make sure they
Okay.
soup it up so we can go off-roading.
All right, we'll take our other friend Matt.
Matt's,
He has
yeah.
He has
Make
an
sure they
off-roading
throw
truck
in
as well.
free tires, because you need new tires.
I do need. It's kind of ghetto. I have 3 tires and then 1 newer tire that doesn't look at all like what the other 3 like.
I think getting new tires would probably run you another $500
Most likely.
with those big tires.
But that was
Anyways,
my
that was-
exciting
yeah.
story of last week.
How was the, did you ride in the, I guess you obviously rode in the
Yeah.
tow truck.
Mhm.
Was that smelly?
Oh, a little.
It did smell.
It was like a mechanic, though.
You probably
Not-
killed a
not
hooker
that.
in there.
I don't see what that
Back
has
to
do
the
with
next
anything.
song. Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah, we'll go to this next song called First Day of My Life. Very, very cute song.
That was First Day of My Life by who?
The Bright Eyes.
I can only remember the song. I'll get
I
better.
didn't even say the artist name, so yeah, you're getting there.
Well, whose job is... Okay.
I'm sorry.
You're
All right.
welcome.
What do we got here? Eating. Oh, gross.
No.
No.
We'll
What else we got?
We'll talk about this. Matt's
Trying to
just
figure out what stories we should read. What was this about? John Hopkins? Can't read those.
So I'll just pick one of these stories that actually Matt said no to. I was looking around and I've never understood the whole fancy restaurant thing. The whole you pay like $80 and they bring out this plate and it's got one little chunk of meat.
It's
and
an artwork.
Yeah.
It's a piece of art.
People consider it art. I don't. I'm gonna pay money. I want a lot of food.
Oh, I know.
Like a burger.
Right, I know. I know how much food you like.
You know, I just want to eat. I'm not really there to like, this is so amazing. No, the burger can look like crap, but if it tastes good, that's all that really
You like
matters.
a crappy looking burger? It's falling apart.
I don't like
bread's
it.
Crappy.
Like McDonald's does that a lot, where they did the Leaning Towers thing, just sliding. And I'm like, whatever. I could just slide it back. Usually the cheeses melt, so I use it as a slider, and it goes back.
What?
But this is something I'd actually like to try. The restaurant's called
In Noir.
Alenia or something.
Okay.
So what does that say to you?
What does that say to
Third
me?
word.
Alenia. Yeah, Alenia.
Alenia, a great restaurant in Chicago, apparently.
Quoted.
Made. That's what the article says. Made an edible helium balloon, and it's the film that holds the helium. Because obviously helium, we've all done the thing where we make our voices lighter.
Okay.
That's not what it sounds like. That's a little more lazily, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
They fill it up with helium, and it's this plastic film that you can eat.
Gross.
And the rope, they use a needle as a weight, and the rope is actually made out of dehydrated apple. So everything's edible except the needle. I'm assuming.
You don't want to eat the needle.
Yeah, that'd probably be a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
But so you can either use the needle to poke it and just eat the film that holds the helium in, or you can just like suck it up and then suck all the helium in and eat the film and the dehydrated apple
Is
if you want.
the film like a fruit roll-up?
No, it's clear. You know, like those toxic, thick bubbles that you can blow, and they come with a little straw, and your parents
What?
always tell you.
Toxic?
Yeah, those.
I want to blow a toxic bubble.
Those thick bubbles that you can get that you can hold. I'm doing a bad job of explaining this.
Uh-huh.
But it's see-through. Just think of a soap bubble, but it's edible. You know, something clear like that.
Okay.
And it's thick, so it'll last.
They say it was made of plastic?
No, I use that to describe it.
Okay,
It's not made of plastic.
Listeners, don't eat plastic, please.
Yeah, or burn it. But it's edible, and then you can suck in the helium and just it's something that I think would be pretty interesting.
And the cost?
The cost was not mentioned in the article.
I thought, okay, yeah, whatever. We know it's probably expensive because it's a high class, the greatest restaurant in Chicago or something.
That's not what I said, but okay.
It's great.
You're welcome.
So, thanks for that awesome story. Okay, we'll just go to that next song. This song was requested to me. God, this chair.
Well, you could do what I do and stand.
I did that for the first semester, and now my legs hurt.
Oh.
This next song was requested to me by a friend of mine who works by my kiosk in the mall. Song is called Hard to Concentrate by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Love the song. I guess it maybe has meaning to her. Enjoy it. No 30-second warning for you, Tex.
Thanks. Only trying to be prepared here, Matt.
No, it's not stopping. iTunes is broken. Always breaks on me.
Of course it does. Have you
Welcome back.
updated?
No, I update it. I update it every minute.
Okay.
I don't know what that means. Anyways, back to Matt and Tex Show live, KSU.com.
I'm Tex.
If you haven't already, sometimes I know you can't listen from your laptop. Maybe you're not at your house or somewhere with a Wi-Fi, so you can't go to KSU.com. But if you do have a smartphone, either Android or Apple, an Apple product, you can download the TuneIn Radio app. Go to TuneIn, just search TuneIn Radio. It's free on Android. It costs 99 cents on Apple. Search for KSSU, and then listen to us every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, of course, for my friends in England. I got one friend in England. Anyways.
They listen?
They're friends on Facebook.
So no.
They also have a 7-hour time difference, so it's actually 6 o'clock now for them. PM, probably eating supper or something.
Supper.
I don't know if they eat supper. Anyways, So, what's today? Tuesday. Sunday.
Valentine's Day.
Well, today is Tuesday, and a couple of days ago was, of course, Sunday. That's just how weeks work.
Usually.
And on Sunday, an amazing television event happened. The return
right.
of
The Walking Dead.
Return of the Walking Dead. They were on hiatus for whatever stupid social convention they had to do.
Is that what they were doing?
No, it was the... It
They
was
did one of the dumb things where they just break in the middle of the season.
Yeah, and the writer's like,
Can't stand
ooh, we're not going to write unless you give us a higher raise in the middle of the season. I don't know what that means.
I don't think they were striking, though.
That's what... I don't really care anyways.
Finally came back. We're excited.
Finally came back. We're excited. It ended on not necessarily a cliffhanger, but definitely an awful event where...
Just draws you to want to watch the next episode.
Exactly, and you had to wait weeks and weeks and weeks.
Finally, that wait is over.
Yeah, so we're going to announce a lot of spoilers.
So you caught it. You caught it live, right?
I didn't catch it live.
Oh, no, that's right.
I actually watched it last night.
Okay, good. I downloaded it on iTunes. I couldn't wait. I wanted
You had to
watch
buy it? Don't you buy the season?
You can't buy the season yet because it's still in the middle of the season.
Can't you buy like pre-order or something?
Probably can, but that's a lot of money. No, I just bought this episode. I'm not going to buy any others. So
hopefully I don't delete them. So
yeah, because I couldn't even watch it at Matt's house like he said I could because he deleted.
I forgot, and I imagine it's going to be on demand.
Oh, because I have on demand.
I have it. It's still on my computer or TV. Sorry, brother.
Okay, jeez.
Anyway, so on the show,
if you watch the last episode, just the not the new one, but the previous before they went on break, you'll remember that again, spoiler alert, but you'll remember that they found the little girl they were looking for was lost. Turns out she was bitten a long time ago, and she's a walker, is what they call them. Zombie.
Yep.
And they had to kill all the walkers that Herschel, where they were staying, in the barn. They had to kill them all.
Old Man Herschel's the old man farmer. They were living at this farm.
Old
for
Man
those
Jenkins.
of you who don't know, Old Man Jenkins. At this farm, and in this farm they have a barn that has been locked up. It's kind of on the side of the property, so no one really worries about it and looks at it. And then eventually it was revealed to the characters that there were zombies in that barn, and from those zombies there were a couple of family members and friends that the old man farmer had acquaintance with.
He believed them to be sick, not dead.
He being a doctor, yeah, he was hoping
Veterinarian.
for a cure. I'm sorry?
He was a vet.
He was a vet. You're right. I forgot about that. He acts like a doctor now because he has nothing else to do with that.
But it was also very religious, which plays into the story.
Yeah, he was hoping for a cure, and that one day his wife would come back as a regular person. But
and in the new episode, it was revealed that because he had one of the walkers. He uses a dog catching pole to lead them to the barn. That's how he captures them, because they're going to try to bite him. But Shane, one of the other guys, the second in command, I would say, went up and shot the walker like 3 times in the chest. And he's like, a live person would have died from that. These things aren't alive. And in the new episode, Herschel says that was the moment that he broke down and realized his wife is never coming back. She's not sick. She's actually dead.
Right.
And so it just continues on. Rick, the main character, the sheriff cowboy guy, he's trying to get Herschel, the old man Jenkins, to allow him to stay on the farm because it's safe. Relatively few walkers show up, and the ones that they can handle. And also his wife is pregnant.
And the old man is a vet and has given birth to many of feline cats and dog births and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
that was implied.
Very similar.
But of course,
pregnancies.
Herschel's very upset, and he just wants the outside influence to leave his farm, and hoping that everything will go back to normal.
Yeah, he's just kind of done with life. He has nothing else to live for. He has a couple daughters, but other than that, he thinks this world has gone to hell in a handbasket on a rocket ship, and he doesn't really have anything to live for anymore.
And this episode shows that the original group is fracturing between thinking just busting down the door and killing all the walkers whom he believed to be sick was wrong. Some say it was right. It was a matter of safety. Some way that's not the way to handle it. The two groups. So Rick eventually goes to find Herschel, who resumed drinking after he quit. He quit drinking after his daughter was born, and she's like 20 now. And he was so devastated, he went to the bar in town and started drinking. They found him there. And what they found, or actually other people found them at the bar. and told them that where they were originally going to go, Fort Benning, because they heard it was safe.
God, you said a lot just now. I was zoned out, and then you're already talking about the new characters.
Well, I mean, like I said, the middle all just shows them fracturing up, saying, hey, this was right, this was wrong. But the main point was when they were at the bar, 2 new people showed up from Boston. Is that what they said?
I think they said something about, Boston.
Philadelphia.
You're right.
Philadelphia.
One of those New England
And they just said, it's like that quote from Zombieland. People out west hear the safe place is east. People east hear it's west. There are just a bunch of rumors. It's pretty much not true. So Fort Benning, where they were originally going to go, is not true. They pick up, the 2 new guys that came into the bar pick up that, hey, these guys are safe. Where are they staying at? So they try to say, hey, where are you guys staying at? Let us stay too. And Herschel's already having a hard time letting Rick stay. And so they say, look, we can't let any more people stay. And the guys are like, come on, look, we can't go back out there. We've all done terrible things in this world. Had to kill loved ones that were bitten, turned into zombies. He implied, like, I've had to do those things. I'm sure you've had to do those things. This world is terrible. We all need a safe place to go. And Rick's like, no, I'm sorry. We can't allow you to stay.
That happened, jerk.
Mm-hmm. And the guy's like, he plays it smooth, goes behind the bar, he pulls out his gun. Rick has his hand on his revolver saying, okay, this is going to go down. This is going south very bad. The guy puts his gun on the counter and then all of a sudden grabs it and tries to shoot Rick. Rick is quicker, shoots him, and then turns around and shoots his friend.
His fat friend,
who had a shotgun. And now...
the end.
Yeah, that's basically how the episode ended. One of the best endings, I think, more awesome endings.
Epic.
Yeah, epic endings than it was. Not sad as the episode before was, but definitely great episode. If you're into the show, haven't caught it yet, I definitely recommend that you catch up because it's just going to get more intense from there. Oh,
so there you go. Well, I'm sorry, what were you going to say?
One thing I left out.
Oh, yeah,
Rick's wife, who was pregnant, she got in a car wreck. So nobody knows she was in a car wreck.
She was going to find Rick at the bar, and in the end, Walker was jaywalking. Stupid zombies. She was looking at a map because she's, of course, lost.
Because even in the end of the world, you still need to keep your eyes on the road.
Because even in the end of the world, women don't know directions.
So she hit the walker, she flipped upside down, and she's the one who's pregnant. So
maybe aborted? That's a cliffhanger for you right there. So there you go. Tex basically just said the entire show for you, so no need to watch. But stay tuned for next week on Sunday for another installment. I didn't see the... Did you see the scenes to the next episode?
I watched a preview. No, I didn't.
Okay, so we have no idea what's going on, but we'll watch and
we'll keep you updated. Maybe we'll talk about it next week. Maybe not.
Also, this past week, I had the honor of going to the movies.
Oh, that's right.
And at the movies, they were just showing a favorite of my films, Star Wars 3D. I went with executive producer Trevor. We went, had a great time. Late night showing, no one was really there. Big theater,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought there would have been a lot of people there.
No, there wasn't. There was like 40 people in the biggest theater they have.
Oh, wow.
It's a big theater.
Expected a bigger turnout. I didn't.
It was
go.
late. It was also 10:20.
No, I don't think that has any effect because for like new midnight releases, there are a lot of people. I would think a lot of people. They're just trying to get a lot more money for this 3D thing. 3D is now the new thing, which will die eventually because 3D is terrible.
That's Tex's opinion. Tex didn't go. I invited him, of course, but he did not want to go.
3D gives me a headache.
He has a headache. He gets a lot of headaches from a lot of things. He's a big fan of Star Wars, but he just wasn't a fan enough to go see this.
I might go see episode 3.
His favorite of the films, but to me, the glasses were on. It looked deeper, but.
Because we talked about this before, is this movie wasn't made for 3D. There's not going to be lightsabers thrown at you from the screen.
Right.
This is just a regular movie that's been converted into 3D. So I didn't expect too much special features to be thrown at you through 3D.
Yeah, I didn't expect to be blown away by any 3D magic, but I just liked it. I just liked the environment of it, the bigger screen, the better sound, all that rolled into one. The popcorn.
Was there a 3D moment that did catch your eye by any chance?
Good question.
Just some like, wow, I didn't expect that in 3D because you knew it was coming up, but maybe the 3D effect gave it a bigger boost.
Really, no. I was looking at the 3D more in depth right in the beginning, but after that, I didn't really feel the 3D anymore.
You just adjusted and didn't
I just
analyze
adjusted.
anymore?
I didn't look. Yeah, my ship's flying over planets. Didn't really notice that. But it was still interesting. Nonetheless, Star Wars is always amazing in my books.
Oh,
I don't know
absolutely.
when the episode 2 will come out in 3D, but hopefully soon, so I can go see that.
Probably next year, realistically.
Yeah, and until then, we actually still have to do that movie.
Movie-a-thon that you forgot to do?
Star Wars-a-thon. No, I'm talking about the.
Oh yes.
The movie where Tex does not read the synopsis, and I do.
Yes.
I'm hoping to do that.
I had an opportunity because usually I go to Wikipedia and look for the things. Look, I can't do this time. I gotta
do
go
it.
completely
Not
blind. Trailers are okay because everybody sees the trailers.
Everyone sees.
But I didn't purposely go up and look at the trailers. But while I was moving through the websites that I usually go through, one of the websites had a review of the movie, and I'm like, okay, is this okay? Because the circumstances of the review aren't good. This person's not a great reviewer. So I'm like, is it? Well, I've read the reviews before, and they usually skew everything. So I'm like, is this okay? And I'm like, you know what? No, I can't ruin it. This is a
good call
thing that we're doing. So we'll see. Maybe Matt says maybe we'll go this week to see.
I'm hoping this week.
Chronicle.
And I'll let you guys know now. Next week, Next week we might not have a show. It's more swinging the way of we won't. I have a dentist appointment early in the morning, and I don't know if I can get from there to here, which is in Roseville, to downtown in time
to do the Matt and Tex
Show. Yeah, the show. So at this case, we won't have a show, but I'll let you know if we do.
You can check out on Facebook.com/Matt and Tex. First place to get updated.
First place to get updated, or I can call you if you send me your numbers. Boom, ladies.
Or Twitter.com/Matt and Tex, which we don't really use too much. It's just linked.
Yeah. And the Google Plus account.
Oh, Google Plus. That's just not a thing anymore.
Yeah,
it never caught
We're not gonna talk about that at this point. Anyways, we go to this next song, which is from a recent Grammy winner. Bon Iver won the Best New Artist Award at this recent Grammys a couple days ago, actually on Sunday as well. I love this guy. Straightest way possible. I'm actually going to. I bought tickets April 14th. He'll be at UC Davis. Tickets I announced the other day or last week. They weren't on sale yet, but they are on sale now. If you're a friend of Bon Iver's on Facebook.
How much are the tickets?
They are $35, and then like a $5 service fee, so like $40 online. Right. Not bad.
That's not bad? Because I've never been to concerts, so I don't know.
I've had cheaper and I've had more expensive tickets, so it's.
But good for the for where you're going.
For where I'm going, I've been there. We saw Cake with executive producer as well. We saw Cake there. It was a nice, intimate. It was very close. It was honestly that theater is basically just like an auditorium. Has a stage like we had in high school, just a big open area.
So the farthest seats aren't
There's no seats. There's no seats.
Oh, there's no.
It's all standing. So me and Trevor last time got there early, and we were just about we actually were on the rail in the very front.
Didn't get squashed.
Didn't get squashed. Well, yeah, Cake. You don't really mosh. You don't really fight in that.
Bon Iver maybe.
Bon Iver, no. We'll hear this next song, and it's not hardcore at all. But this song is called For Emma, for Valentine's Day, of course.
All right.
I guess I lost track of time, and I have a class at noon, so we will be ending the show now. Can't play any last song. I guess I could if I wanted to, but I'm not going to play last song. This was our Valentine's Day show, as well as our 1-year show. Thanks for all those listeners who listen.
All 112 of them.
Who like the show. If you haven't yet liked it, go ahead and Facebook.com/Matt and Tex.
Twitter.com/Matt and Tex.
And follow there. You can follow it. So anyways, thanks for listening, guys. Sending your request next week. I might play them. If I'm even here. I might be at the dentist still. But until then...
have a wonderful Valentine's Day
with you. Yeah, and have a good Valentine's Day.
I think Valentine's is more relevant than the Force.
Today, nah. Well, I did see Star Wars, right?
Oh, that's true.
So
may the Force be with Valentine's Day. There you go.
Have a great day.